I come through the door and look, and everybody is just aghast. And Eugene had all those cats, and there were 2 of them on the table doing what cats do naturally. And everybody knew not to touch Eugene's cats. You did not correct the cats. And Eugene, I said, Eugene, come out here. And he walked out the door and he looked and he said, oh my God, they're fucking in the olives. What do you do? What do you do with something like that? And he was so unruffled by it that nobody else thought anything of it. I just quietly removed the olives from the table and back to the kitchen. And that was the end of that. But Lord, he was so much fun. And I always enjoyed when he called me to drive him somewhere or do something with him. And toward the end, when things were not great, I would cook, not to his standards, but I would cook and take him food. And we had some wonderful times. And I have never known a more generous artist of his caliber. He helped anybody that he thought was worthwhile, and he adored them, and he would make any connection he could. He would do anything to help anybody. And you didn't have to be a big star to get his attention, though he did love Tallulah. And one of the stories about Tallulah that I was told that I love is that they had been out drinking all Friday night or Saturday night, and they were at Mass in St. Patrick's Cathedral. And Tallulah would not sit inside. She had to sit on the end of the pew by the aisle. So they're both really, really hungover bad. And here comes the priest, and he's waving the incense, and he gets by Tallulah, and she reaches out and grabs his arm and goes, love your dress, darling. Yours is on fire. And we shared just a tremendous love of mischief. You could go to Eugene's house and he might not have a penny, but he had a candelabra and a candle in it, and we would roast marshmallows and drink champagne, and he could make an evening spectacular with nothing, with absolutely nothing but his wit and the pleasure of his company. So I'm going to turn it over to Bert, and we can go back for another round if we need to, but